Oh great, this dumb fuck is the topic of the video. Fuck off. You ask me to do this every single day. I'm doing it right now. Can't you see that? My god, I can't handle such mediocrity. I need to review some other type of Sonic.EXE media. Ugh. Well, okay. Let's get into this dumb fuckery. I thought the creepypasta 1999 was gonna be the topic of this one, but Sonic.EXE is a story written by someone we will not be naming, and is one of the shittiest creepypastas I've ever read, only second to the 2011 Jeff the Killer. Let's get into that original story, I guess. The story starts with the narrator, Tom, talking about how much he loves Sonic, and how he was playing Sonic Unleashed, a detail we did not need to know, nor did we need to know that the narrator likes exploring the towns. Then the narrator gets a letter and a disc from his good pal, Kyle. The letter goes as follows. Tom, I can't take it anymore. I had to get rid of this thing before it was too late. I was hoping you would do it for me. I can't do it, he's after me. You don't destroy this CD, he'll come for you too. He's too fast for me. Please, Tom, destroy this godforsaken disc before he comes after you too. It's too late for me. Destroy the disc and you'll destroy him. Do it quick, otherwise I'll catch you. Don't even play the game. It's what he wants. Just destroy it. Please. From Kyle. And immediately, Tom puts the disc into his computer. The classic Sonic 1 intro plays, but Ooga Booga Booga becomes bloody for a second. It says Sega 666. Somehow, Tom describes this in perfect detail, even though it's like a single frame. Wow, I love the spooky Sonic walking simulator. Tom makes Tails walk right. Yeah, right. Tom makes Tails walk right, and he finds Sonic. He approaches Sonic and oh no, he has evil and fucked up eyes. Tails is transported to the Burning Angel Island zone from Sonic 3, now named Hide and Seek, and that stupid Kefka laugh plays. Sonic gives chase while the drowning music plays, which is the only good specification that this creepypasta pulls off. Sonic catches up to Tails, the screen goes black, and a spooky scream plays. Tom is kicked back to the character select screen, chooses Knuckles, and we get another walking simulator. Sonic kills Knuckles in the exact same manner as Tails, and says, Tom finally selects Eggman, and we get more walking. I fucking love walking. Eggman dies, and then Sonic appears on the screen looking hyper-realistic. Ooga booga! And he says... And Tom looks behind him and sees a bloody Sonic plush, who says... That sucked! I think this is just a bit funnier when you see the original author's response to the story being taken off the creepypasta wiki. The guy got really, really mad. I want to get to, like, good things. So, like, let's get to fan works.
Sonic 2011. Sonic 2011
is the official remake of the original Sonic.EXE game. Basically, just a more competent version of the original story and game. Formula is the same, there's more content. There are custom death scenes for each character, better post-mortem or just dead portraits, and secret levels that, like, you can look up. I'm sorry, I'm really tired and I can't bring myself to write more here. Not much else I could find. Sonic PC port. This one is, I assume, an unfinished demo. This demo only has Tails. Similar to 2017, having mainly walking, Bowser has more computer fucking abilities. After you do some actual platforming during the Sonic chase, now named Lord.EXE, game closes. After, like, Lord.EXE basically just eats Tails. When you open the game again, text document appears. Lord.EXE tells you to stop opening them before crashing the game. The game becomes unplayable afterwards, only giving an error. I do actually have an unlicensed Lord.EXE plush, so that's kinda cool. One last round. Biggest game by far, but also cancelled unfortunately. The Sonic.EXE is called OMT, and he's tired of you playing EXE games, so he's here to kind of just do his final one. Tails is pretty normal, but the OMT sends him down to what I can basically describe as literal hell. I should mention, there are a lot of references and cameos. Remind EYX from the next game we'll cover, and in Knuckles' section, you can find Fatal Error. OMT basically curb stomps Tails and does something to Knuckles, I don't know, there's something in the foreground. Hope the game gets an official remake, it's honestly amazing. EYX. EYX doesn't try to pretend it's normal, but we also get fully playable Green Hill Zone before we see EYX in the flesh. The game also changes art styles to what I can only assume is the creator's art style. Most of us have seen this one, but I'd say it's best experienced blind. If you haven't played it, leave now. The game crashes at points and we even get to play as Sonic. Knuckles tells us that we, the player, should be tormented instead of them, the Sonic characters. EYX tries to log into our internet connection but fails. And we see Ray, who most people know from Sonic Mania, but he's still pretty obscure. And he's running and begging for help, but gets killed by EYX. We now get to play as Sonic. Game plays like normal till it switches to basically just Sonic without pupils. Still plays kinda normally though, and then Sonic jump scares us. Complete the level, now back 2, which we don't get to play because Sonic gets ambushed by Metal Sonic and Eggman, and then EYX just comes up and kills Eggman. Finally, we get to play as Tails again, but his shoes are now blue. Also, he refuses to run, he's just walking. He gets killed by EYX again, and the game ends. Listen, I'm not good at, like, digging into stuff. I'm honestly, like, I got a lot of this. I got 9 pages of script, man. Green Mountain. While not really an EXE game, perchance, it's still kind of a Sonic horror game, and it's imprinted itself into the EXE community, so why not cover it? The game is simple. Go through a deep-fried version of Green Hill Zone until you reach the mountain. Thing is, this game has something regular Sonic games don't. Fall damage. If you fall too far, you will die. This is the main difficulty of climbing the mountain. Make a wrong jump, you are going to die and have to restart. After you reach the top of the mountain, you'll meet another Sonic-like creature named End. He has no face, and what I can only assume is a hole in place of that, and the, like, tan thing Sonic has on his, like, torso. In a few seconds, he'll start to fight you. Jump in his head a few times, he runs away, most likely trying to escape. All this means for us is a victory. If you wait for longer, the game starts to deteriorate. The background melts away to black, then the foreground, then Sonic. If you can even call him that anymore, he looks exactly like End. That's it. There was a sequel, but it doesn't really seem to be official, and I don't really want to cover unofficial material. If you want, like, a deep dive into that, I would genuinely recommend Pappo's video on it. Sorry about the really short explanations. The original version of this section was supposed to have episodes fully voiced, but then I thought I might as well not artificially pad the runtime. That was a lot of games. But we still see each series. We have quite a few, and so we got a lot to get through. One of these was privated, so I gotta go off of a re-upload, so let's get into it. Also, if the creator of it, Needle Mouse, would want me to remove this section, I will. I'm only covering this because they did say that they do not care about Needle Mouse anymore, and you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. Needle Mouse starts with a VHS footage of someone playing Marble Zone Act 1 from the first Sonic game. But when they get to the start of the underground section, this happens. So, I guess that we can say there's something possessing the game, and they hate the player. Not much else here. Let's get to episode 2. So that's a lot more info. Our Sonic character seems to have been killed by someone, likely the player, is killing people close to the player to get them to admit their guilt. The victim shown here is a man named Michael, who was put into the body of Knuckles. Not much else. Okay, so, first of all, amazing rendition of the I am God line. Second, we see Michael trapped in the hell that is Blue Spheres, talking about how he can't do anything without her seeing. We can assume this her is the spirit possessing Sonic. Mike talks about how this isn't fair, and I want to see my family, which Sonic responds by strobing him till his eyes bleed, and reverting to a screen that I don't recognize. But then again, I've only played like classic Sonic games on a Nintendo Switch. I would also say that like this video could be used as a replacement for the first season of Needle Mouse. I'll make a full-length video analyzing it if whoever's watching wants it. Honestly, I think it's way better than Season 1, but you need the context of Season 1. Video starts with Sonic and Knuckles commercial, but the words Sonic and evil keep looping, a subtle reminder that Sonic is in fact evil. What the fuck did I do that? Video starts with Sonic and Knuckles. The video starts with a Sonic and Knuckles commercial. The words Sonic and evil keep looping, a subtle reminder that in this series, Sonic is the bad guy. Or girl, in this case, because it was revealed that our Sonic is actually a woman named Sarah, who was murdered, and a Sega building was built on top of her burial site. She talks to the viewer about... and all that. Also, I dislike how down bad people are for Sarah, because, like, I want, like, threatening or at least somewhat shitposty Needle Mouse art, not Rule 34. Okay, that was an awesome teaser. Not much to say. We get a full-body shot of Sarah. Way better design of a Needle Mouse Sonic. And, yeah, once again, way better than just Sonic Purple Edition. Anyways, up to the final episode, Season 1. So another I Am God, not as strong as the first one, but still awesome. Get to see someone playing Sonic 3. Eggman shows up and says how Michael got it easy, and his death was painless. To which Sarah replies by replaying the death of the person possessing Eggman. Eggman begs a man named Luther to destroy the disc, and then we get an address. Presumably, Eggman begging Luther to destroy the disc for us. We get a rendition of the classic FNAF VHS line.
Viewing of this tape is prohibited. Discard it immediately.
Mike and Eggman have a conversation about how Sarah will get her comeuppance, and audio from Luther finally tells us what happened to Sarah. She, Luther, Mike, and whoever's possessing Eggman, who's named Martin, but I don't think it was mentioned here, all attended a party in college. Around the 70s, a fight broke out, and Sarah was killed. Everyone was so terrified of having to face consequences that they dumped her in a lake. The game turns on, and Luther's assumedly killed by Sarah. The fun gang is back together forever. I would really love to go more in depth and cover the second season, because Kyle and Tom from the original story do appear, but I do have more series to cover. But at some point, I'd like to cover the replacement series that is Speed Duo 64. I'm waiting until at least Season 1 is done, and I wouldn't really call it a reboot as it was made for a replacement for Needle Mouse, but hey, let's get into more goofy activity. Rewrite.
Hi, I'm Sonic. Let's play a game.
Rewrite, my favorite EXE variant. This guy's just perfect EXE. No demons, no dead person possessing the game. It's the god of its own world, hoping to finally collect your soul. Current story goes something like this. I procrastinated in making the video long enough that V2 of versus Rewrite did release. So yeah. In the 90s, a priest decided to start scamming people, so he commissioned the creation of a What the fuck? So he commissioned the creation of a computer program that claimed to let people talk to God. However, after release, people started turning up dead. Supposedly, the program telling them to, wah themselves. Go say your remote if you know what I mean. Walk off the edge of the flat earth. Go Squidward mode. Priest tried out the program, and it told him off for being a scammer. Priest asked, "Who are you?" To which the program replied, A few days later, the priest was caught in a house fire, killing him. Most copies of the program were confiscated by police, but a few are still in circulation. An unknown person finds and plays the program. It looks more like a Sonic game than character AI God. The person plays the game, ends up killing all of Sonic's friends, to which Sonic becomes more aware as the game is played. Gonna say, cool as hell. And also gives a reason for I am God that isn't like a threat, but like an actual reason other than just edgy. Haha. But few people might not recognize this story. Some might know this character from an earlier incarnation. As Rewrite was originally the star of his very own Friday Night Funkin' mod. That's right, you thought I wouldn't bring up Friday Night Funkin'? This mod is honestly just triple trouble but better, especially with V2. There is a song called Thriller Gen, which, once again, V2 upgraded. All dimensions of V2 are unscripted, but yeah, no one really cares about it. Everyone really cares about Trinity. Trinity has the player go up against the three most popular EXE variants, those being Majin, who isn't even a Sonic.EXE variant, but has imprinted himself on the community enough that he's just unanimously in every EXE mod, the original Sonic.EXE, and Lord.EXE. Halfway through the song, Majin and Sonic.EXE get fused together for a reason I can't really find. I also believe that Rewrite somewhat started the whole lyrics in the middle of a song trend because he sings and verses are awesome. Once again, V2 makes them even better. There's also a lore reason why Majin, Sonic.EXE, and Lord.EXE are there. in the current lore, it's just Rewrite can like shapeshift and is just doing this to get more interest in the mod by putting all the EXEs you'd expect. But I believe the original, which I can't find, but I'm just going off memory here. But after many playthroughs of Sonic.EXE, Sonic became more and more aware. Broke free, made himself a fresh 3D model, and went on the hunt, taking the souls of Majin, the original Sonic.EXE, and I don't know about Lord X. I'm pretty sure the wiki said that Rewrite doesn't control Lord X, so maybe he's just there for fun. I also thought I might mention that a version of Rewrite made by Nominal Dingus, called Rewrite Prime, exists, and I honestly just think the design's cool and the song is pretty good. Don't know anything else. Now it's time for the surprise! It's FNF. Yep, we're doing this. Honestly, variants offered here are pretty good. The original Sonic.EXE FNF mod, just cause it's cool, it goes like this. Mod starts with Too Slow, which, pretty good opening. Goes slowly before going into the actually good part. Talking animations included. Also, there's a jump scare. Next song is You Can't Run. Sonic is angry at Boyfriend, and even goes to the regular Sonic style for a bit with the motif and like sound font of Green Hill Zone. After it goes back to normal, the tips of Sonic's quills are purple. Oh, best space mod song. Triple Trouble. Sonic uses a post-mortem Tails, Knuckles, and Robotnik against Boyfriend. This version of Tails also is better than the canon post-mortem Tails, because his fur's gray instead of black. Same with Robotnik. Canon was so basic. Oh yeah, the Sonic is called Xenofans. I love it. It's like a combination of regular Sonic.EXE and EYX. And also, purple quills just make it better. I like the color purple. After playing the whole week on hard mode, you get access to the sound test from Sonic CD. Putting in the original Sonic CD secret code gives you access to the song Endless. Endless is my favorite song in the entire mod, but it's also not very visually interesting. There's just like Majin as the main opponent, and there's Majins in the background. Another code gives you access to a song called Cycles, which is basically just a replacement for the song Execution, which both were sung by Lord X. Cycles also wasn't that interesting. Other codes give you different things. Sunky.mpeg's song Milk is like kind of MS Paint, like fun, but like honestly still kind of basic. You know what? I'm gonna try to name all the Versus Sonic.EXE characters in one go. Xenophanes, Majin, Lord X, Sunky.mpeg, Needlemouse, Fleetway Supersonic, Tails Doll, Sonic.EXE, whatever Faker's real name was, Starved, Eggman, Furnace, and Cold Steel. This was still pretty early FNF, like the area of Mario's Madness of V1, and the original SNS mod, probably before the controversy that I can't find anything about. Also, time to rapid fire mods. Chaos Nightmare, Confronting Yourself, kind of hit single reel. Undying Phoenix, which I actually hate. How did he manage to make a Rewrite Prime and also make Undying Phoenix? And I don't know, versus Rewrite, I guess. Also should mention the guy who appears in Hit Single, the one with Silly Billy and Garn47, is called No More Innocence. I'm pretty sure he's just an EXE that, like, kidnaps children through the TV like Intruder Mandela Catalog and also taunts them about their parents' divorce. Thank God, that was a while. I'm going now, why am I a Sonic character?
Well, you would pay attention. I told you. And why you my girl.
Jump am actually good EXE
How many
variants
times
and
do I have to
Majin.
teach you this lesson? Bull.
I'll show you again! I'll show you again!
Well, see ya. I have a bunch of unfinished creepypasta scripts that I'm gonna make into videos. And also you could comment below ones that you would want me to do. And remember...
Mine isn't finished, but Sega Enterprises!
I was gonna say subscribe if you wanna, but I guess that too. See ya. Bye!